Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So I know it's been a while since I posted, and there is a good reason, and I will talk about that later. But basically what we're going to be doing in this video is just a bit of a roundup of the three main programs we're using. We're going to be looking at how my account has improved in all of the three programs, and obviously the big events that have happened in these programs over the last few weeks, and some are still going on. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so here we are. The reason why I'm bringing Rollercoin first is because their main event, which was their 7-year anniversary event, has now finished. Now, obviously, one of the big things to remember, the season is coming to the end very shortly. I think there's like 3 days left to the end of this season, and the new season, season 18, will be starting. And as it shows here, you need to spend your RST before the season finishes, because if you've got RST in your account when it goes from season 17 to season 18, they wipe it out. They just clear out all your RST, and therefore if you've got however many, whether it be 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, it is gone. So make sure you spend that before the end of the season. Now, before we get into the rest of this and talking about the events, how I managed to improve my account through the events and stuff like that, we're going to quickly look at the numbers. So the last time we were in Rollercoin was 9 days ago. Now, 9 days ago, our H power was at 1.134 ETH. You can now see we are 1.206 ETH. So that is quite a good gain there. Our bonus power was at 427. You can now see we're at 416, and that is basically because of the burning event, and I will talk about that also in a second. Basically, overall, I was quite pleased with the anniversary event. I thought that a lot of the sort of puzzles and the burning and the voting, basically the collection of events they had going on within the main event was quite good. The only thing I was a little bit disappointed by was essentially what was required from each event for members to really get anything good from those events, such as the burning event. Just example, basically the only real good miners in that burning event were your last three. I think overall the bonus between the three came to about 23%, and then you've got, obviously you had each miner was worth some decent petahash, but the thing was you needed 500,000 points to get to the end. Now, the amount of miners you had to essentially burn to achieve that 500,000, you were gonna lose way more bonus than you would gain. Let's say you only kept those last three miners, which in my opinion were the only three worth keeping. They gave you a 23% bonus. But the amount of miners you had to get rid of to get to that point, you probably would have lost out. I actually stopped burning my miners at 40,000. I had 40,000 points. Like I say, to get to the end, you had to have 500,000 points. Well, I had 40,000 points. You can see I lost 10% off my bonus. My bonus here, my power bonus, I lost 10% off getting up to that 40,000. So what I did with my 40,000 was I went into the burning shop and I opened some of their their loot boxes. And because the amount of points I had, which again was 40,000, to buy anything from the Burning Shop, there was nothing there that was worth buying. It just wasn't worth 40,000. There was, in my opinion, there wasn't anything worth it. So I thought, I'll give 4 of the 10,000 loot boxes. I did 4 of those because that was the only box that actually contained any miners. And all 4 of them I got absolutely terrible, absolutely dreadful, because normally with the loot boxes in the past you've had like 2 tiers. So you've had like the gold tier, and then you've had like the sort of the top tier, and then you've had like a lower tier, like so 2 tiers. But these boxes had 3 tiers, and the lowest one was just horrendous. You were getting like 4 terahash miners, which are completely useless, and it wasn't even like you could burn them to gain any more points because they were worth so little. I opened 4 of those, and every time I ended up with absolutely terrible miners. Yes, it cleared out a load of my old miners, but I didn't really gain anything from it. And that's why I say it was just like the events themselves I thought were good, but it was just the requirements. It was like the voting for the hamster, which we have the hamster now. But they said you only needed to spend 10 RLT to get the hamster. That was to get up to, that was to give you the votes, essentially. But then you had to cast those votes to actually claim the hamster. Casting, I believe, the votes at that point on the progression bar was like one RLT or half an RLT, which they didn't say. So yes, you've spent 10 RLT to get to that point, to get the hamster, but then you had to cast the vote to then claim the hamster or get the hamster put in your inventory, which then cost you another 5 or 10 RLT. I can't remember whether it was 1 RLT a vote at that point or half an RLT a vote, but it was either 5 or 10 RLT. So it's no longer 10, it's either 20 or 15. And things like that. I mean, I was lucky because I was really doing a lot of games for the progression event, which the progression event I thought was actually pretty good because you could get most of the prizes from just playing games, but also as well for exchanging coins into RLT. So if you've got some coins, which I had, I could change them into RLT, which then would give me more rewards on that progression event. So that was great. And also they had the race, which again, that also was helped by by playing games, but also as well by you could open loot boxes. So obviously I've just exchanged a load of coins into RLT for the progression event, which then allowed me to open some of the other loot boxes, some of the normal loot boxes, like the 199 loot boxes, which you can end up obviously earning RLT from anyway. I opened a load of those, which then again also helped me through the progression event, the race, which I actually managed to get 13th in that race and didn't do too bad in the sense of what I got back from the rewards. Now the voting one, I actually went right the way through to the end. I got 26 votes, which I then had to cast all those votes. So it didn't just cost 26 RLT, it cost quite a lot more. But from that, I managed to pick up the voting power 5.2 petahash miner there. I also picked up the voting power 5.2 petahash miner there, both obviously at 2%. Which you probably can merge. And then I also got the party unpacking from, I think that was the puzzle event. I got the 3.5 petahash, unfortunately no bonus from that. And then we also got, obviously, was our hamster, which I've sent my hamster on a couple of expeditions. I sent on the 3-hour expedition, and I sent on the 12-hour expedition. Now, something that you must be aware of is that the cool down event, the cool down on your hamster. So basically, you can see here, relax time. I have 6 hours, no minutes to wait before I can use my hamster again. But what you have to realize is that this relax time timer does not start until you have claimed the rewards from the previous expedition. So when I sent my hamster on the 3-hour expedition, I didn't know that, and I also forgot to check after 3 hours, so I didn't check until the following morning, which was obviously way after it had finished. And then when I collected those rewards, it then starts the relax time. So obviously, if I'd just done the 3 hours, collected the reward straight after the hamster had finished the expedition, there would have been a lot less time I had to wait. Whereas obviously, because I didn't do it until the morning, I had to wait 24 hours basically until I was able to use that hamster again. Last night, what I did was I sent my hamster on a 12-hour expedition, but I set myself a timer on my mobile phone for just over 12 hours. So then when that went off, came straight into Rollercoin, claimed my reward, and then basically set the relax time going. So now I only have 6 hours to wait until I can send it again. So like I say, that's just something you've got to make sure you're doing after the expedition finishes. Make sure you claim your rewards straight away, and then basically you are going to get, that's going to kickstart that relax time, and then obviously 24 hours later or whatever it is, you can use your hamster. So the other thing that was a little bit annoying with this whole voting process, I found was that through 90% of the voting, the casting of votes, the survive longer or survive time that basically was going to be made longer, or relax time, that was the two votes. So you could either have it survive longer or survive more often, or relax time. So you'd have less relax time, or basically the hamster would survive longer. 90% of the voting, or 90% of the time the voting was going on, the survive chance, that's what it was, survive chance was winning outright. It was miles ahead. It was like 70 to 80% of ahead. And then literally the last day, all of a sudden the relax time, it went to, at one point, 51%. It went to 50. So somehow everybody that had been voting against that or been voting for the survive chance suddenly decided, no, you know what, I'm gonna vote now for all the relax time. And then it just the swing was just crazy. And I don't know, obviously, you know, I know you guys don't like me speaking bad against Rollercoin, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to speak my mind. I'm always going to speak what I feel is, you know, if I think something's a bit dodgy, and I do. With the voting, I just think that the relax time was always going to win out, because it serves Rollercoin's purpose, and the survive chance was never ever going to happen, just because of I'm not saying that that's what I thought at the beginning. I'm saying just because of that massive swing. Like I say, at one point the survive chance was 83% people had voted for it, and then on the last day suddenly it totally swung, and all of a sudden, like I say, I checked it out and it said relax time 51%, survive chance 49%. I mean, that for me, that was just, yeah, I just think it was a bit dodgy. That's all I'm trying to say. But like I say, I think the the sort of event, like I say, the ideas and the events they had going on were great, but it was just sort of, like I say, it was just the requirements to actually achieve anything good from the mini events that were going on within the sort of anniversary event. I just think the requirements were just a bit too high for the everyday account. For the top end, fine, yeah, no problem. But for the everyday account, which are going to be most people, I just think the requirements were a little bit too high. But like I say, what I'm actually doing now, I'm really sort of persevering now with the games and doing the puzzle events. And basically, so what I do now is every evening when I'm sitting down and watching one of my TV programs that might, if it's a series, I might watch 1 or 2 series. So let's say that's 2 hours. For that 2 hours, I'm playing mini games as well. So I'm watching my TV program, chilling out, but I'm playing mini games as well. And that's I'm doing about between 80 to 100 mini games in that 2 hours. And that's building obviously my power, but it's also again giving me building up these achievements. Like, I mean, with this one, I mean, this is like what's this one? So okay, so that's a spend one. Let's have a look at the games. So I claimed some recently on games. You can't see them because obviously they disappear when you claim them. But this one, I need 300 coin match. Here I'm at 229, so I'm only 70 off that. I'm probably similar to that one. 187 on that one. Batteries, this is 5 batteries. I need 120 on that, and I've got 107. And this is all from basically doing this 2 hours of gaming every single night, and that's all I do. That's all I'm doing is that 2 hours of gaming every single night. And finally, we're going to duck into the store. I have 3,711 RST. I was aiming for this 6.5 petahash miner, but as we've done this a few times in the past. If we buy 2 of these, so let's go into what's it called, dark side. So if we go into storage, go to merge, miners, dark side. Here we go, dark side, and then scroll down. Here, look. I know it's not a lot of difference, but if you've got 2 of these, you're going to get, instead of 6.5 for 4,500, you're going to get 6.570 petahashes. I know the power is not much difference, but remember, with each miner, you only get the bonus from the first one. So if we got 2 of those, but didn't merge them, we would only get 1%. But if we merge them, we get a 2.5%. Now, what is the name of, I'm curious, what's the name of the other miner? I need to, might be sorry, my brain's going here. Okay, so that is light side. Does that give you any information on it? Okay, so light side. I just want to have a look. Marketplace storage. So let's have a look on merge. I don't actually really want to look at the merge. I'm more interested to what the initial bonus is. So light side is common. So 2. So if you merge those 2, is that common? Wow, that's a big difference, though, isn't it? Wow, that's a massive difference. So 6.5. If you, you'd have to have 2 of them though, wouldn't you? Which would essentially be 12, 13. Yeah, that's about right. But the initial bonus is only 2. So if we get two of the smaller miners, so that is like 3,500. So if we get 2 of these, by that leaves us with 211, which we're going to buy a load of. Let's buy. In fact, we need hashing boards, don't we, to merge them. So if we buy the hashing board, so if we got here, is that happening? I've clicked. Here we go. That took a while. Okay, so we got. Okay, so that's 225 straight away. Okay, we're going to buy another one of them. It's probably going to give us a white, is it? Oh no, there's another 225. That's great. Okay, we'll do another one. That's going to give us a white. I knew that was going to give us white. And then the last two, I'm just going to put up to 2, and we're going to buy 2 at once. So the first one is going to be a white. The second one's probably also going to be a white. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so now what we do is we need to go into our inventory. So storage, where are we? Storage. Oh, here we go. So 1500. So 1500, and we need so merge. Oh, miners, dark side. Okay, so we need. Here we go. So that's that. We needed 3,800. We've got 1,500. So if we get is it 2,300? Yeah, 2,300 from the marketplace. So marketplace. Buy parts, common, hashing boards, 2,300, 2300. So that's 4.3. So essentially, you're going to get a 6.57 petahash miner for 4.3 RLT, which is actually not bad, I don't think. So buy that. Yeah. We go to merge miners, and then we've got here dark side. So it's going to cost us. So okay, so 4.3, 5.3, so 6 RLT, basically just over 6 RLT is going to with a 6.57 petahash miner with a 2.5 bonus. So if we go merge that, we could merge this one as well, but that's just, I mean, that might do that on a later date, but this is what we want at the moment. You get it, you get a 2.4 on that. Yeah, so we'll do that, merge that. Okay, and then we go down here, and then I'm just going to lob this because I've got some spare racks in my room number 4. I'll probably sort it out onto its proper rack at some other time. But oh, actually, yeah, hang on, sorry. Yeah, so if we just put it on here, edit, add miner, there. Okay, so that's on there. Close that. Close that. So we should now see that in there. Yeah, that's there. So this so that should go up to 418, maybe 4, yeah, close to 419. I think that your bonus should go up to, and then obviously your ethash will be added. That will get added on as well. Okay, so the other thing, what was the? I swear I saw a quest, and it was like if you spend a certain amount at the marketplace, and I can't think of where I saw it. I can't think of where I saw it. Maybe it was in the event pass, season pass. No, I don't know where I saw it. I'm going mad, I think. So anyway, like I said, okay, so there you go. So it's gone up to 418.86, our bonus, and we're at 1.24. So we've gained 40 petahash from that, and that might not include that might still go up because it might not include the 5% bonus from the rack. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, so we're now up to 1.246 etahash, and we're at a 418 power bonus. So like I said, I think overall the anniversary event was good, the ideas behind it. I just think that the requirement should have been a bit lower, and I do think the voting on the hamster was a little sus, but overall I think it was okay. It was okay. Okay, so mining blocks. This is just a quick one. Basically, so 3 weeks ago was the last time we were in here, and if this sorts itself out, oh, that's not good. You know, it's every time I want to do a video, something goes wrong. Right, so let's put that to the back of the queue. And okay, so here we are. So contract miner, obviously we know the winter event is going on. The last time we were in here in the winter event was 1 month ago, apparently, which was when we did the video on the winter event. So we've got 9 minutes to claim here. So if we just quickly go in here into the home. So a month ago we were, I think at the beginning of level 52, we're now about 50% of the way through level 52. You can see if we quickly drop into the offer walls, I do have a pending offer wall balance of 5,720, which I got from Pixel Point TV, or as many of you might know it, Hideout TV. So you can see I am still using that, and it is still, I still find it is a great way of building up some CMC in the account. Generally what I'll do is I'll watch videos for a while, build up my reward points, and then once they get to a certain point, then I'll transfer it over. I don't transfer it over like after every day of watching videos or anything like that. I normally like to build it up to a decent amount before sending it over, because if you send points over to Contract Miner, after a certain point there is a delay anyway, so you might as well just build up and build up and build up, and then, you know, I think the longest delay is about 5 days. This has got, like, I did it on the 1st to the 5th, it's got to the 4th, so that's got 3 days. It's the 2nd today, so in 2 days time that 5,700 720 CMT will be added to my account. You'll notice that certain button placements have changed. You know, he's changed the aesthetic slightly, you know, just to make things look a little neater, a little nicer. The only thing I will say is, obviously now where the buttons are these very outside buttons, is it makes it a lot more difficult to view the site on a mobile phone. That's the only thing I would say about the placement of those buttons. So if we go into, hang on, actually before we, is this done? Yeah, so let's quickly claim these. Okay, so claim that, and then we'll do this one as well, because we've got, what, 1 minute to claim on that one. So just claim here, just so we're fully up to date with where we are points wise on the winter event. 45 seconds. Let's just, while we're waiting for that, let's do our tasks and claim our free box. Okay, that's one. And then if we go in here and go to loot boxes, we should have some there. Okay, so we've claimed that. Now if you go back into games, hopefully that is done. We've got 19 seconds left. So basically, once the winter event is over, what I'm looking to do is hopefully, depending if there's one in the market, I want to try and pick myself up an S9 miner from the marketplace, and then after that, I'm going to go back to mining Litecoin. Okay, so let's just do this as a last, pick up a last bit of points before we go and check where we are in the winter event. Okay, so winter event here, go there. Okay, so we're at 5,564 activity points, and so 1 month ago, we had only done the first 5. We'd only done the first 5 1 month ago, and we were excuse me, we were looking to claim this one here. As you can see, we've done this first page, and we've done most of the second page. Now, obviously, in the time we've had, which is probably over a month, because it was 110 days, I think it was, and we're about 50% of the way through. So really, I should be about here. But because I'm trying to do so many other things, we're only on this second page. But I am trying to sort something out so I can spend more time doing this, basically doing this this sort of event, doing and claiming more points on a regular basis. And that is pretty much where everything stands with the winter event and our current account. So obviously, like I say, after the event is over, we're going to be looking to get an S9 miner. I can currently, if I go into the marketplace, I can currently get an S3, I think it is, or an S5. I think it's an S5. I think I can currently get an S5. Yeah, 82 S5, an S5, but I really want an S9. But the S9s don't come up very often. Really don't come up very often. I was looking to get an Avalon, but the difference is about 150 mega hash. So the S5 would be a better bet. But if an S9 comes up at a decent price, then I would prefer to get an S9. Okay, so that is obviously Rollercoin and Contract Miner all done and dusted. Let's just see if mining blocks is working. Yay! Woohoo! It's working. Okay, so we were in here 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, we were at level 74. You can now see. Oh, you can't see. So this part is viewable, but now the levels are not viewable. Here we go. Right. So man. So 3 weeks ago, we were at level 74. You can now see we are at the beginning of level 76. Now, our progress through our levels has been massively nerfed because we were getting most or a lot of our levels from the offer wall me auto faucet. Obviously, we are still doing the other offer wall stuff like drip offers, e-wall, what's the other ones? This one actually, this new one's quite good. This no tick, the Monlix. So I can never read them without that on. Yeah, drip offers, e-wall, Monlix. We did have the Extends or whatever it was called. That's gone. But like I say, the Offerwall Me Auto Faucet has been massively nerfed. It was we were getting a claim of every 30 seconds. It then went to every 60 seconds. And now it's gone to every 60 seconds. And Offerwall Me have apparently dropped the rewards to mining blocks. So now it's every 60 seconds, but we only get paid every 30 minutes. And now because this has changed, it doesn't seem to be working correctly. It works now and again, and you might get a good run and it work, but then but then sometimes like last night, I ran it for hours, woke up this morning and it hadn't credited me anything. So this Offerwall Me Auto Faucet is very temperamental. The other thing is as well, if you go into tasks, if we can go into tasks. So if you go into tasks, so let's have the daily one. So daily offer walls, where it is, here it is, daily offer walls. So basically what we were getting was we would claim one offer wall for every claim. Yeah. So when you were claiming every 30 seconds, it classed as one, or even every 60 seconds before they changed it to every half an hour, it was classing as one. But now, if you run it for 30 minutes, yes, you get the full amount of blocks, you will get X amount of parts, but 30 minutes is only classing as one on this task wall. So it really screws everything up with this season pass as well. Now in the season pass, we've managed to get all the way through to the second miner, which was level 20, which is great because we got the two miners. We got some block and quite a lot of parts. But now, obviously, unfortunately, it's been so badly nerfed. I would actually say if you're going to run one of the auto faucets, the Adnade is probably your better bet. Even though that only pays every 24 hours, it seems to pay correctly. It does seem to pay correctly, whereas the Offerwall Me, one, it's a bit hit and miss whether it pays or doesn't pay. And the other thing is that, when it comes to the tasks, essentially you're being ripped off. Because you're claiming 10 claims, but you're actually it's only being classed as one on that in that season pass as a daily task. So like I say, it's not great. It's not great. Don't get me wrong, I understand why each party has done their bit. The people from Offerwall Me probably saw that so many claims were going out. I don't know if it was actually something like crashing their servers or something like that, because so many people were on there. But apparently they also then dropped the rewards that were basically the websites were getting. So the mining blocks and any other website that was running it, the rewards to them were dropped. And then that's why this whole 60 second, 30 minutes came in. But like I say, it's just massively hit and miss as to whether you're getting what you should be getting. So I would use the Adnade one. In my opinion, I think that's the best one to go for. So also as well, 3 weeks ago, our power bonus was at 44. You can now see it's at 44.6. Our HP was at 771 gigahash. You can now see we're at 809. So that's a nice pickup of about 40, close to 40 gigahash. That's a nice bonus. And that's it, because obviously our loyalty bonus is your loyalty bonus. But the other nice thing is if we go into boxes, remember, it just keep happening. We're trying to hit 15,000 mining tokens, so then we can boost our mining pool to level 15 or level 16, whatever it is. And then obviously that's going to boost the bonus, basically what we're mining. It will boost us. If we quickly go in here, my pool, if we go to upgrade, okay, so like I say, we need 15,620. We're at level 15. It's going to hopefully take us to level 16. Well, it will take us to level 16 once we get the... And then I don't know what I don't know if it's going to go to 40%, if it will go to 45%, or if it'll go to like 43%. I'm not sure what that will be, but basically it's just going to, anybody that's in our pool, you are going to benefit from that as well. So that is sort of my aim with all those mining tokens, and why I've been doing this is to boost the mining pools for our mining pool member benefits. That's basically what I've done. Okay, and that is pretty much it. Again, with this account, I just wanted to sort of give a quick roundup, as I've not been posting for a while. And as to the reason why I've not been posting, nothing out of the ordinary, just basically is that I've been looking at a lot of programs, a lot of new sites to bring to you guys. And to be quite honest, after all this time, I'm just, because I could bring you new faucet sites, but it's just going to be the same thing. It's just going to be do PTC ads, do, short links, do offer wall ads, and it just gets a bit samey, and because I'm not the type of content creator that just goes, here's a site, here's my referral link, go and use it, and then I will just get all the rewards, and I'm actually not using it. I always use every program, or try to use as much as I can, every program that I promote, so I can constantly do videos like this and show, look, my account is building. I'm putting the work in as much as you're putting the work in, and and I like to do that. But the thing is it just starts getting a bit monotonous when you're doing the same thing over and over again. So what I'm trying to find is something different, something that we can just do, might hopefully be a bit more fun than doing PTC ads and offer walls and short links, but will still earn us some good crypto. And that's why I've not been posting, is because I'm trying to find that. I'm spending my time trying to find that. And the thing is because for me to just do a video on Rollercoin and tell you what I've said, which, okay, that took 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then do the contract miner one, which probably only took five or so minutes, and then the mining blocks one, which only took about 5 minutes. There's no point in doing 3 videos. So that's why I did this one video today as a bit of a roundup, and then explain to you why I've not been around. And it's simply because I'm just trying to find us some good programs which are not the same thing, doing the same thing over and over again. So anyway, I'm very sorry I haven't been around, but I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found that helpful and informative, and you got something from it, hopefully. And if you can, smash that like button, please. It really does support my channel, which then helps me make more content to help you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.